Okay, everybody, we are just about to get started on our open service rounds. So if you are just joining, welcome. We are CCF Coffee Competitions Finland, and we are organizing this year's Brewers Championship here at Coffee Body. Can you guys just give a quick round of applause to Coffee Body, because we are so thankful to get to be here. Thank you. We have about 5 minutes until our first presenter comes down. Our first race of the evening is Aleksandra Morozova. Before they come down, I just want to tell you guys a little bit more about what's coming up in coffee, what we're doing here at CCF, and a little bit about, well, what I just said. First very important date is actually coming next week, and I'm not going to be the person to talk to you about it because, I'm not wearing the shirt. So, I'm going to pass the mic over to these incredible, wonderful people to tell you all about Roast Fest.
Woo! Woo!
Oh, who has not heard about Roast Fest?
Oh, that's good number. Well, who has heard about Roast Fest?
Woo! Yeah, so Roast Fest is a completely new main event for Helsinki Coffee Week, which brings together roasteries and a lot of new people, I hope. Woo! And we are here because Ida is our head producer.
Executive
Producer, that's the word.
Yeah.
And I'm helping her.
That's good.
But yeah.
Sell yourself.
But yeah, at Roast Fest we have workshops, master classes, some talks by CCF, for example, and
I can say a few words as well. Yeah, so the Roast Fest, I think the main idea is to get the community together under one roof. Like Tilda said, we have 20 amazing small roasteries there, even 2 abroad. And we're gonna have a class. There's gonna be espresso bar in the center where you can try espressos from all these roasteries. Some promotional pictures. And we are just so stoked about this event, and I hope we get this same excitement for all the visitors that come there. We've done a lot of work. We've worked since May, and plus Roast Fest, we still have the Helsinki Coffee Week. That's starting on Monday. So that as well, we will have the disloyalty card, and we have over 20 different events in cafes in Helsinki during that 1 week. Woo!
and maybe even more now because some late.
Yeah, over 20 plus, yes.
So yeah, next Saturday at Kattilahalli.
Yes,
I was gonna say. Yeah, we hope to see you there. And follow Helsinki Coffee Week on Instagram if you don't yet, because there's information there. Yes, thank you for listening.
And a few more things before we get our first competitor on stage. One thing that we also want to point out is that the year 2025 is also coming to an end soon, which means that this year's board at CCF is also going to finish up our tasks for this year. That means that we need a new board for next year, and that will be decided at our fall meeting, which this year is going to happen on November 14th. You can either join this meeting live, we're going to be this time in Tampere, having our meeting there, or you can join virtually. So we're trying to make it as accessible for everyone to join, but also trying to keep a little bit of diversity in where we hold our events. So not everything's in Helsinki. We're gonna go check out Tampere, see the coffee scene there. If you're interested in joining the board or becoming active or helping us make events happen, please, by all means, ask us, ask any of the CCF team. If you aren't sure, but you want to maybe ask a little bit later, ask us via our Instagram. It's the best place to be in touch. So, with that, thank you so much. You'll get all the information later on our social media, so follow us on Coffee Competitions Finland. That's literally everything, but Instagram is where we post most of everything. So please, check us out there. So, with that, I think we should get our first competitor on stage to start their prep time. So, could we give a big round of applause for our first competitor? Is that the first slide? Are the judges actually ready to come down first? Sorry, we'll have our judges come down first and introduce these wonderful coffee professionals to you. So please come on down, judges. We have Sara Sarikka, Omid Roksasada, yeah, and Sally Otto. We have our wonderful judges table here. We'll get that personal introduction of names, and then we'll go in a little bit more on who's who later. But thank you guys so much for being here today. Your jobs are incredibly important, and with that, we're going to now bring down our first competitor. So, Aleksandra Morozova, please come on down to your station. So, I'm going to put the mic down for just a sec because we are also going to get Aleksandra all mic'd up. So, as said, during these rounds, we will have the competitors be doing the talking. You don't need to hear me for much longer. You get to hear all of our 6 very incredible, very professional, and incredibly interesting coffee professionals talk about what they're brewing today, their story, what they want the judges to know, and it's going to be way more exciting than what I have to tell you. So I'm going to put the mic down for a little bit. We're going to get Aleksandra all set up. For everyone else, wait a little bit, and we'll get started soon. So we are going to begin our prep time. Hold on, Aleksandra, not yet. We're going to do the prep time first. And so, sort of like with the first round, we do have our first time for prep, and then afterwards we'll then begin the actual presentation time. So, if we are ready, we will start the clock. So, Aleksandra, you have a clock over here you can follow, just like the first round.
10-second countdown.
And 10-second countdown in between all of them. So, we are going to begin the prep time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please begin prepping.
Do you want to put the grinder in? Or is this part of the prep? How long is the prep time? 6 minutes. 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
And so as with, well, as with the first round, if the prep time, if you are finished before the time, just give a hand raise and then we'll be ready to move on to the actual brewing. I also don't mind breathing. So we have about, I think I have a working, yes I do. So because we have about 5 more minutes of prep time, to get a little bit of attention of Aleksandra for a moment, so that you get relaxed there and get our prep, maybe we can have just a quick intro to one of our first judges. So maybe Sally, if you'd like to come up, and we'll have a quick chat here as we wait for Aleksandra to be ready. So one of our first judges here, Sauli Ahto. Sauli is representing Rostbakvaatimo in Lauttasaari. Has literally 15 years of experience in coffee.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you do at Rost right now?
Mä puhun suomeksi, kun sitten ymmärrätte paremmin. Rostilla en koske vaahtimeen eikä pakkaa kahvia, mutta on enemmän siinä niin kuin ostoprosessissa, kun tehdään raakakahviostoja ja maistellaan kahveja. Eli niin kuin toimin tämmöisenä tukena vaahtimolle niin kuin ostoja ja niin kuin vaahtoprofiilisista asioista. Ja sitten se toinen osa niin kuin roolia on se, että tuolla laitepuolella niin toimin sitten myyntihommissa, mutta ehkä tässä enemmän on tämän kilpailun osalta merkitystä sillä, että mitä teen niin kuin vaahtimon niin kuin, logon alla.
Kiitos, Sauli. Thank you. He also is a very modest Finn, did not mention that he's competed multiple times in our Pup Tasters Championships and always ends up in the finals. So that's one of the reasons we did ask him to be our judge, because tasting sensory skills are honed down enough to always make it to the finals. So I saw that Aleksandra is ready. So I'm going to put the mic away. We're going to turn up the microphone, and now it's time to hear from Aleksandra about their incredible presentation on coffee today.
Again,
So
10 seconds again.
yes, well, the 10 seconds. I'll count down, and then I will turn this off. Don't worry, you're good. So let's start the clock. Our first presenter will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2.
How are you doing? Yeah, okay. My name is Sasha, and I'd like to start from maybe like you, the judges, me, and also the spectators. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Thank you for coming. To just take a deep breath in and out. I'm very stressed, and also we're about to have a very long day, so I feel like it's always good to wind down. But now that we have done that, I would like you to try and forget for just a second, or like, let's imagine that you're a first-time customer in a specialty coffee shop. And what would you say? I quite often hear something like, I'd like to try a tasty, an extraordinary, an exceptional cup of coffee. And that always baffles me, because what is an exceptional cup of coffee? I personally would describe it as something as like more of an experience that discovers the journey that coffee has made to reach us, consumers, and what has impacted its flavor profile along the way. So today I would like to take you on a journey to explore a cup of coffee from Kenya. So Kenya has been traditionally known for a combination of different soil elevation and climate conditions, and our coffee today specifically is from the Nyeri County of Kenya, which is known for having volcanic soils and also a pretty low range of temperatures, ranging from 15 to 24 degrees Celsius. This takes the coffee berry rather long time to fully mature, which results in that vibrant and clean profile in the final cup. The coffee was processed at the Mahiga station, as it says in the paper. I hope it's going to be a little bit easier for you to follow the information. And the Mahiga station uses the traditional for Kenya wash process, which means depulping the berry before washing it, which results in that clean and breathable profile that we all like and looking for. Today I'm going to be using a Kalita dripper that I personally prefer for a slower flow rate and a better temperature control. I will be using 30 grams of coffee and 450 grams of water. The water is 94 degrees Celsius. I use such a short coffee to water ratio to accentuate the citric and tartaric acids that are present in this coffee. And I'm going to start with a rather short bloom of 50 grams of water for 20 seconds. It's going to give me just enough time to degas the coffee. after the bloom, I'm gonna have a total of 2 to 100 gram pours, with the first 150 grams being a rather slow round pour, and last 50 grams being a slow centric pour. Having a very structured, having a structure in my pour allows me to reach a consistent result every time. And while I'm doing that, I would like to also tell you a little bit about the roasting process of this coffee. My friend Sween from Ica Coffee Roasters actually roasted this coffee for me, and when I described him what I was looking for in the coffee, he came up with a very interesting roasting profile that has a very short developing time to again accentuate the acidity that I'm looking for. And all of those steps that I just described, I would say that was the journey that the coffee has made to reach us, the consumers today. And I would like to tell you what is going to help us reaching the final cup. So the coffee is going to have a rather sweet aroma with notes of strawberry and caramel. And the cup itself is going to have notes of dark berries, black orange, and stone fruits. And the aftertaste is going to be rather lingering, with not reminding of something of a sour rhubarb candy or rhubarb juice, which is quite popular in Finland. And then the acidity, as I have mentioned earlier, for my presentation, is going to be pretty high. I would say higher than average, with a combination of citric and tartaric acids. And the body is going to be quite smooth, syrupy, rather thick. And yeah. While the coffee is brewing, I would like to quote my Q teacher, who once told me that behind every cup of coffee is at least a dozen of people who made this happen for you. So you should cherish every cup of coffee more and enjoy it. So I hope you're going to enjoy this today. I don't usually give the guidelines to enjoying a cup of coffee, but for today specifically, I would like you to wait for maybe 30 seconds before drinking the coffee. It's gonna allow the coffee to cool down a little bit, and it's gonna bring the flavor a little bit more. And also, it's not gonna be that hot, so you maybe burn yourself. Thank you so much. Not yet. Thank you so much. And to finish off the presentation, I would like to extend a little bit what I did with the brewing. So we're gonna lift the paper a little bit. There is actually a homemade, I would say, extra little filter. Me and Sri made this from the French press filter. So we sort of just cut out it. This is very homemade, but this has actually brought out a lot of the acidity from the coffee. That you're gonna try today, and you actually can try it now. It allows the flow rate to actually go evener, because with the Kalita brewer, the water can sort of collect at the bottom a little bit, and this elevates the filter on its own a little bit and sort of brews out more evenly and slower. And yeah, let's hope enjoy your coffee. Thank you very much. Bye.
Can we give Aleksandra one more round of applause? Really well done. As far as I understood, you're a first-time competitor in Brewers, right? Amazing, good job. Really good job. So, we are going to have our next competitor, Joonas Reinikainen, come down in a few minutes to get set it up. You can come and bring your stuff down. We'll let you know when to get started. But we're going to give the judges a little bit of time in between to actually do the judging part. So maybe about 3 minutes break, 5 minutes perhaps. So if you want to grab something to eat, feel free, grab something to drink from the bar as well. If you are just joining us, then this is currently the Finnish Brewers Championship. So we have a bunch of coffee professionals up here, brewing coffee for our judges, explaining about why they're brewing coffee, how they're brewing coffee, and it's just a fun show. So feel free, don't be shy to come sit over here, plenty of space. We'll get started with the next competitor soon. Just CCF, yeah.
That's nice for the live stream.
Se voi olla vähän epämukava tuohon korvien takana. Jääkö se muuten viikon jälkeen näitä vaan?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, yeah, it's going to be afterwards. Safe, yeah. The mind is closed.
of like the fact that I was just like
Yeah.
zoned out.
Yeah, I didn't.
It makes sense though.
No, but I'm taking Finnish classes as well.
Are you?
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sä et laittanut kuvan. Kyllä on pyydetty.
Ei muuta. Ei kyllä oikeasti tuo.
Ei ole mitään.
Why not?
Samassa viestissä on tullut
Will you write in the comments? We are 10 minutes behind schedule, so Joonas's presentation will begin at 13:40.
Totta kai.
Oh my gosh, Finnish people.
Okei, eli siis kun tuo kello käy, niin sitten se siitä hyppää suoraan. Joko mä sulkan tai sitten mä kuulen, kun se alkaa viivittää, niin sitten siitä lähtee.
Siinä itse asiassa aikana nimiä ei aina kelloa, mutta se putoaa alaspäin. Ja mä oon siis tossa. Ja mä näen, että jalakin on kolme jossa oli tässä. Ei joka tapauksessa.
Täällä ei yhdessä kuvaa.
No, siinä hakeuksessa oli sillä. Että laita kuvaa myöhemmin.
Joo.
Joka vuosi joku maasta
Ei mä kuulen sen momikilla.
Mutta projektin ajan aikana mun pitää vaihtaa pidemmän. Riittääkö se, että mä
35 tuntia.
aina sen itseäni jotain vettä niihin laseihin?
Ei, Prekki aina sitten aloitetaan hyvin.
Mutta sä ohjeistat niitä maistamaan nämä vedet.
So we have our next competitor on stage now. Joonas Reinikainen has begun his prep time. He'll be getting his suit ready. Give him a round of applause. So he has now 5 minutes of prep time before his actual presentation begins. In that time, our judges are still upstairs, looking at our previous competitors' scores, tabulating, maybe tasting some coffee still. But then they'll be down in just a moment to then watch our next presentation. It's a great photo of him, right? He's got glitter on his mustache. Wonderful festival photo. So Joonas has about 3 more minutes of prep time before we actually get started on the brewing. In that time, we'll have our judges come down. Joonas has brought his own water today, so our judges will be tasting that. And then when it comes to Joonas' actual presentation time, as before, I will be putting this mic away, and you get to hear his presentation on this coffee. We actually have a pretty nice list of competitors today. We have a lot of competitors from actually all over Finland, which is very exciting. Some of them here from Helsinki, but Joonas, for example, comes all the way from Lahti. Wow! Yeah, Lahti! Tommi comes all the way from Tampere. Yeah? You cheered more for Lahti than Tampere? Come on, guys. And I'm pretty sure everyone else is from Helsinki, but that's also exciting. Yeah! So if you're wondering why most of this is happening in English, Coffee Competitions Finland in general tries to keep all of our presentations in English, so we're a little bit more accessible to the Finnish coffee scene, which is very international. We have a lot of Finns obviously working here in Finland in coffee, but we also have a lot of international people as well. Woo! And then as well, even though this is not an SCA official competition like there are in some other places, in the future, when there are larger competitions such as this, our competitors get sent to world finals, where everything is then done in English. So we have about 1.5 minutes left of prep time for Joonas, and then we'll get started on the competition. Let's see if we can get our judges down if they are ready to go. If the judges are already ready, though, we could have them sent down. Because we have 1 minute left of Joonas' prep time. our judges seem to have asked for a few more minutes. Apparently they're stuck on the last scores, so we're gonna take just a quick 2-minute break in between. If someone has to go to the bathroom now, it'd be a great time. Not you, Joonas. You don't get to leave the stage. You're already mic'd.
Go to the bathroom, I will turn it off.
We need a timer that he does it.
Yeah, I know. All right, so it seems like our judges are coming down, so let's give them a round of applause for the judges. Here they come. Welcome back to the stage, guys. So we are going to get started with our next presentation in just a moment. All I will ask of the judges is just before we start our presentation, you have some cups in front of you of the water that Joonas will be using. So if you could just drink the water, that's already ready in the cups in front of you. Yeah, it's just the same water that he's going to be using. Perfect. So just to make sure all is good there, you've tried the water. Now soon you're going to hear his presentation and you're going to get to try his coffee. So with that, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to start our clock and Joonas will begin. So take a look at the time, Joonas. Don't start immediately.
Now it's just pause. It's not going to be 10 seconds. So
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Go.
Fine. Hello, judges. My name is Joonas Reinikainen. I'm your usual coffee nerd, but also a coffee roastery entrepreneur from Lahti with about 12 to 13 years of experience and expertise in specialty coffee. And today, I'm super excited to share with you one of my favorite coffees. This coffee comes from Thailand, northern parts of Thailand. But before we head to the coffee itself, we have a few minutes in front of us, and during that time, I will of course tell a little bit more about the coffee itself, show you my brewing methods, and also guide you through the tasting of the coffee itself. And when there is a time for it, I will let you know when to take notes for the taste attributes of the coffee itself. All right, judges, let's begin. So, the coffee comes from northern Thailand, from the area which is largest coffee producing area in Thailand called Jongchang. And this farm is called Huat Chang. And the farm is located at the highest peak of this area, around 1,500 meters above sea level. The farmer is named Navin Yosorko. And the farm he has created has this volcanic soil, also forest shading, and very cool nights as the elevation is pretty high for the region. This leads to slow cherry maturation, which naturally leads to more sugar content on the cherries themselves. And this leads again to very nice cups of coffee. But that's not the only reason why I chose this coffee for you today, that it's a very rare origin and everything comes together well like this. But Navin is also very known for his game of fermentation. And this coffee, one of my favorites, I've been buying this coffee for 3 years in a row from Navin already. And this microlot he ferments with wine yeasts. So the yeast that you would normally use in the wine industry. So after the selective picking of the coffee itself at the farm, he ferments the coffee 5 days with red wine yeast strains, followed by 5 days more with white wine yeasts. And after the fermentation period, there is a 25-day drying phase for the cherries on the raised beds, optimum moisture content to be achieved in this way. So, I think, by the way, that I forgot to mention that the varieties on this coffee are typical Katuai, and also a local hybrid called Chiang Mai. But further ado, I will start brewing the coffee, and let's move forward. So, when it comes to the brewing of the coffee, of course I've been testing a lot of different variables. The grind settings, different brewing methods, the waters, and I came down to this quite classic B60 recipe. I was torn apart between a little bit of using a flat bottom dripper / cone-shaped dripper like this B60. But I found out that when the flat bottom one tended to bring up a lot of the acidity of the coffee, B60 emphasized more sweeter and balanced notes at the acidity. I'm using 19.5 grams of coffee to 300 grams of water. So one would say maybe a little bit of an updose, but I find it serving the purpose of lifting the sweetness and balancing the acidity and body of this cup very well. I'm doing the pours in 3 stages. First with the blooming and then 2 pours, achieving 2 minutes and 30 seconds of brew time. The water I selected for the brew today is quite low at its temperature, only 88 degrees Celsius. This is also to enhance the smoother acidity of the coffee. As the coffee is pretty acidic, this helps a lot. Also, the water, I tuned it a little bit. I added some alkalites like potassium and sodium, also to balance the acidity a little bit. I roasted this coffee 10 days ago. I used a roaster called Stronghold S7 Pro. And this roaster allows us to use also a halogen as a heat transfer. This helps me as a roaster to emphasize also the body and chocolatey and development notes of this coffee without going to too dark roast levels. So I used about quarter from the beginning of the roast, more halogen heat transfer for this coffee to emphasize the chocolatey notes and the body of the coffee. So, I think it's time to take some notes on the attributes that we're going to find in this beautiful coffee today. So we will be evaluating first aroma of this coffee. Aroma of this coffee has notes of cognac, or here in Finland one would say 3-star gallo, but we are very classy people here, so let's go with cognac. There is some cardamom spices, and also a chai tea. Then we come to the flavor of the coffee. You will taste medium intensity notes of cognac, cardamom, and followed by orange marmalade and chocolate. And this you might find also reminiscent of the notes of Jaffa cakes if you like the orange marmalade and chocolate, if this is something you have managed to try here in Finland. Aftertaste of this coffee, it's a very long and lingering and also quite winey. Acidity is a medium in its intensity, and sweetness is a medium, and there is notes of orange marmalade. There is also notes of cane sugar. And then the mouthfeel. Mouthfeel of this coffee is a very smooth. It's a first more syrupy and then gets lighter as the brew cools down. And also you can find notes of Irish coffee. And to the acidity part, I must add also a blood grapefruit that I forgot to mention. So let's evaluate the aroma first. I'll ask you judges to evaluate the aroma straight from the carafe, swirl 3 times, and evaluate the aroma, please. So now it's time to get mutually excited about this coffee. It's a fermented coffee, a funky one, but at the same time very drinkable. So before I leave you to assess the coffee, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to share something that is a very, very favorite coffee of mine. And I think it's a great example of what the true dedication and passion can bring to the table. New experiences, unforgettable memories through the coffee itself. Thank you, judges. Enjoy. This is my time.
Well done, Joonas! Very nice presentation, perfectly on time, and that sounds delicious. Never tasted that coffee before. Anyways, thank you so much, Joonas. Your time is up. We'll take the mic and you can get your area cleaned up, and then we'll allow our judges to make their final notes and then head upstairs for judging. We will then have a quick break in between to do a little bit of a turnover, and then soon we will have Maimu Jogeda up next. We have an updated schedule that I just wrote down on my phone, so I'll tell you exactly when we start. We're a little bit behind today, but we will start with Maimu's presentation. It'll be at 2:10, so we're just a little bit behind, not too much. But thank you so much, judges. Go ahead and head up and do some judging. Thank you so much, Joonas. And for everyone else, we have a quick break as we get ready for our next presenter.
No more behind the time. That was fun. Okay.
Oli hyvä.
Oli.
How's it going? Long day. So much fun.
After we put everything in the cart, I think we should have one.
I think it's small.
that
And we need to take light stuff, I assume,
yeah.
and then all the boxes that we brought.
Oh yeah.
Also, much of the stuff that we brought in here doesn't really go back. That's someone else.
That's someone else.
As I said, that if we fit her in the front, right?
For sure, why not?
It's more stuff that we brought. Like stuff.
Just go right here?
It's,
Yeah, it's that.
It's that one, then it's a suitcase, there's the like stuff.
Yeah.
Should be.
I love it.
It's a little heavy, but yeah, sure.
Any weekly? Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, you got snacks. It's not your first rodeo.
It's sad, but it's like half of my wedding party.
Oh my god. Two. Oh my god.
Yeah, I did have her best one.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I feel like this is the competition that is like the most
I think
long-winded.
Cosmic Research is the funnest.
Yeah.
Yeah, just constantly.
Facts, yeah. And it's easy to,
You understand what
Yeah.
it's like. It's
Yeah,
super
yeah.
easy concept to like rapid fire.
yeah,
It's super fun.
yeah. Or like the latte art situation.
But with latte art, I think like the big thing with latte art is you need a top-down camera
Yeah.
and like a screen.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
can see
Everybody
what
can
that
see.
looks like.
Yeah, that's I think this whole day is like the most judges, right? Like, it's a lot of that.
This is what I'm thinking as well. Seriously, how that I think we need to have the schedule for them that actually shows like minute by minute what is prep time, what's what's social.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely right.
They're somewhere, but yeah, definitely for next year, like the but I think then they know exactly how much time they have, and then we'll be a little bit more like weird about it.
I would like that.
Yeah, I was.
So much.
Yeah.
And having to write it down.
Yeah.
One thing I just for some of our experts, so like, for example, their events, so the tickets to have that have the recently logo, so they could be used literally at any event everywhere, and you can collect them afterwards. One of the best ways you don't.
You know, like the That falls.
Yeah, basically those. Like, if we can find somewhere to order those, and we never have to get on different food or drinks and whatever.
Yeah, that's
We got like 3 different colors.
Like,
three different.
the thing is, you can get those like ready to,
Yeah.
because they don't need to be structurally sound. Like,
True, yeah,
like there's nothing that like it needs to hold up to a certain amount of weight or be food safe or something.
Yeah.
Like, so you can very easily like
You know someone who will read.
We'll add it to the list.
your family friend.
Oh, sure, yeah. So,
Exactly.
yeah, very tasty. We need like 50 of each color. I'm like, alright.
Yeah, that'd be really good. And they're like ingrained, not the word? No, not ingrained.
Yeah.
In,
Yeah, so it's like CCF on our.
yeah.
Easy. Let's do it. I told my 5 passions, yeah, we can make. And she's like,
No.
she's so cute.
It's a nice food. Not that it's been bad ones before, but like. But Aleksandra. It's such a nice, like, chill.
But I do kind of think that events like this would be good for example, the Roast Fest.
Yeah.
Because there's so much other shit happening that like in between the interesting parts. But like as an audience member, it's kind of boring when you take it away. Like it just is what it is. And interesting when they're doing it like
Yeah, 10 minutes, 20 minutes every hour.
The only problem with these mics is that people like when they get nervous. No, like when they get nervous, they breathe super hard, and that's like that.
Yeah.
Here,
But can't you move the mic down so it's not under there?
I haven't done it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be fairly close to the mouth.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're quite sensitive.
Yeah.
Will we next week is busy, Alba? Tuesday or
Thursday.
Thursday?
Thursday, yeah. Most week is normal, and then Thursday we have Pop Up at Heritage, and then Friday apparently is the Roasters Challenge, but no one knows who's coming. So
I was surprised that I had a message like 2 days ago. Hey, you can do this protest this. And I was like,
oh,
yeah. I was like, okay.
oh, weird for it.
For customers, for protesters. Some, I was like, this is like 10 days. Did someone go?
Also, like, the Roasters, they're not Roasters, like, as a Roasters, I have no idea on schedule, what time it is Friday, but then usually before that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You're a good fit. And you got to English.
Really?
Yes. But then they speak like Finnish. Like I was expecting a Spanish or Italian accent from him, but then Slovenian, and then that face, and I'm like,
Really? Oh, that's really sweet. He seems very sweet.
he's really nice.
Yeah. I'll get some nice.
Yes. He takes really good photos.
I think it's nice that everybody like, of course, something like that. It's like a whole issue.
Yeah.
Still bad, but not so bad. It's a big ass.
It is. Especially like, I mean, technically like the road is from my around, but it's a bit boring.
Yeah.
It's technically good, but it's some photos of the open one. Yeah. Then it'd be a little bit of like you talk about.
Yeah.
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 The only one is kind of also like individual pictures. Like those are pictures that people want to use.
Yeah.
People don't necessarily post something that they're like short of like in the picture.
Yeah.
They want
Like
to
a
want
photo.
to
Yeah. Oh, she's grabbing the mic.
Scary.
Do a dance. Oh. Give us a dance.
We are going to get started in just a moment, so we'll have our next competitor down at 5 past, and our judges will hopefully be ready by then as well. No need to come down yet, but just letting everyone know that Maimu Jogeda will be next up on stage. So if your hand is empty and you're feeling thirsty or hungry, now's a good time to still go via the bar to grab something.
Give the judges 5 minutes warning now.
And yes, we'll begin at 5 past.
That was from Gilda.
Now.
Yeah.
That's pretty common. Because they would do that because you have like a fireside chat kind of thing. You have the mics on the opposite side, so they're not so weak.
Makes sense.
And also, if they're further away from the speakers, they're less likely to usually these are very easy to switch sides.
We'll get started in just a moment, but if we could have our next competitor come down to the stage, your prep time will begin in just a moment. So we'll welcome Maimu Jogeda down to the stage.
This happens again with posting. Then I don't post anything. But then first, leader.
All right, Maimu! So feel free to grab your stuff and put it on the table. We'll start prep time in just a sec, so don't start just yet, please. Awesome, yeah, everything you need. Get it down here. No, you can't have your stuff.
You get one trip down the stairs.
No,
You don't have more hands?
Gosh. That would be crazy. All right, Maimu, are we ready to begin the prep time?
Hold on. My first.
We're going to get you mic'd up, and then your mic time, your prep time will begin.
What the hell, man?
Now, Eva, remember that she is a musician, so she does know how mics work.
Yeah.
Got it.
She knows. You guys didn't know Maimu makes music? It's really cool. All right, so with that, we're going to start your prep time. Don't worry, the mic's not on yet. So during prep time, you can say whatever you want and you won't hear it. All right, we're going to begin the 5-minute prep time. And it's going to start after the 10-second clock. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin your prep, please. So as Maimu has her 5-minute prep time, the judges are finishing up upstairs and they'll be down in just a minute. So we'll get them here soon. But really, I have to say that Maimu's music is actually really cool. She does like Estonian like folklore music. And it's really fun, so I just suggest checking it out. It's really nice. Wait, is your music your own
Don't
music?
distract.
Sorry, I'm excited for her.
I mean, her picture is like an album cover.
I know, right? Sorry, this is about coffee. But I would like to put it on the CCF record that we have a competitor bring their own coffee and music that they themselves have made. That is so cool. So cool.
That is cool.
We have half the prep time gone, so 2 minutes, 30 seconds left, and hopefully the judges will be ready in just a bit to come down and begin. For everyone who's just joining or hasn't been in here for our morning presentations, we have a FINNISH BREWERS Championship happening here. So 6 incredible coffee professionals making coffee, telling you about it, and serving our judges some incredibly intense and interesting flavors. We have our prep time going for Maimu now, but her actual presentation will begin in just a moment. One minute left of prep time. Thirty seconds left for Maimu. And I think the judges have granted you some extra time to just breathe in between. So once the prep time clock is stopped, we'll wait for a little bit for the judges. We'll turn your mic on just before you start. So you can still say whatever you want. We're not going to hear anything. Don't worry. You want to sing? You can sing if you want. All right, and here come our incredible judges. So let's put our hands together for the judges today. All right, come on down, judges. Grab your seats, and we'll get ready with our third presentation of the day. All right, Maimu, how are you feeling? You ready? Judges, are you guys ready? Perfect. I'm going to put the mic down, and we're going to start the clock. This clock is going to start immediately, so I'm going to count you down. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, everybody. I'm super excited to be here today. My love towards coffee started already as a teenager, but it really took flight when I started to work at a cafe to support my studies in music back in 2015. Little did I know that this spark would become a flame and a new passion was born. And during my master's studies, I took a break from coffee, and now I've been back in the coffee world for over a year, working for Cafetoria Roastery. I would hereby like to say big thanks to Ivan Ora, who has been mentoring me and helping me prepare for this competition. Now, today, judges, I would not only like to share with you the story about these beautiful beans, but also the honor that I had as a barista to witness and also explore an important mission. A mission to reveal and expel all the flavors of coffee during every step. That is what we call the flavor chain of coffee at Cafetoria. We have all heard about the chain of coffee processing and how every actor plays an important role in that final excellent cup. However, today I would like to point out the responsibility us brewers have to protect, to shape, and to highlight the organoleptic properties of the bean, to truly honor the nature's work. So this flavor chain of coffee is all about protecting the natural flavors from the farm up to the cup. And we divide it into 3 parts. First the bean, secondly the roasting, and thirdly brewing. The bean, today here with me I have beautiful complex beans from Kenya. A Kenya AA that is from the Kakuyuini washing station that is located at the Kirinyaga region, and it is produced by the Tirikwa cooperative. And in these beans you find very typical Kenyan varieties, SL28, SL34, and Ipatian. I chose this coffee today because it has a flavor profile that is pretty different from typically what we have: tomato, plum, wine in Kenyan coffees. The properties of this coffee are its excellent sweetness, brightness, and juiciness. And I wanted to protect those properties throughout this flavor chain of coffee. Now about the roasting. It's been wonderful to work for a roastery where I can see how even small changes in the roasting process will give a completely different expression to the same bean. So we could emphasize or we could mute some of those flavor properties, but yet we decided with these beans to let the brightness and juiciness and sweetness shine by roasting the beans light. Now to the third part, brewing. It's extremely important as a brewer to choose a brewing device that complements the coffee that you have chosen, and it complements the natural flavor profile of the beans. Today I will be using double pre-infusion method invented by Ivan. Maybe you have heard about it. And I will be using the 1:16 ratio. So first, adding here 6.6 grams of coffee. Starting the time, just this double pre-infusion means that I will be getting more depth in the cup. I will be getting a more clear result than just regular blue. I have chosen this Hario B60 dripper as it helps underline the sweetness, juiciness, and brightness of these Kenyan beans. When you first receive the cup, the aroma that you will sense will be roots and herbs. When you take your first sip, the flavor that shines is fresh grapefruit, fresh rhubarb, and fresh red currant. The coffee has a velvety mouthfeel. And as the coffee cools down, this beautiful sweetness of gooseberry, fresh gooseberry, will start to shine. It has a bright acidity. So let me think very quickly. What have I forgotten? Velvety mouthfeel, very pleasant and lingering aftertaste. Here we have the coffees already. And as mentioned, throughout this flavor chain of coffee, I wanted to preserve the natural flavor profile of this coffee. Therefore, I have chosen the steps that I have taken are due to that. Now, here, let me serve this for you. Okay. I guess I mentioned pleasant mouthfeel, lingering aftertaste. And there you go. So the flavor chain of coffee comes to a full circle with you taking a sip of this coffee, remembering the aroma of herbs, roots, the flavors of grapefruit, rhubarb, and red currant, and as it cools down, cloudberry, gooseberry, I meant. And it has a velvety mouthfeel, very pleasant aftertaste. And I hope you enjoyed the cup of coffee today. Thank you for taking part of this chain of coffee. Bye.
Yes, amazing job, Maimu. Wonderfully done. Perfect. We're stealing the mic back from you. You can begin cleaning up your station. Thank you so much. The hard part's now over. Our judges will taste your coffee, evaluate it, and do that upstairs. So you can taste it, don't worry. But you can then take everything upstairs soon and begin your evaluation. We have a little break in between again, and then we'll get our next competitor on stage soon. So next up we'll have Tommi Turunen, but he'll be on in just a sec. Thank you also so much, judges. Give them a hand. You're doing some hard work today, drinking a lot of coffees. All right, thank you so much, judges. We'll see you in just a second. And for everyone else, our schedule's been updated slightly. So our next person on will be Tommi Turunen, and we'll have him down here at 2:35. 2:35. And not a minute later. Thank you all so much.
Also, no one can like pay attention to that. At some point.
But I mean, one thing that we could do in George is like have the yeah. Aina, se on koko ajan päälle. Roast Fest! Woo! Tää oli, this is one thing I can have as a next year. Live stream, just have one live stream per person. Because that also then will increase the time people probably want to watch it later on too. Like we talked about that. I don't know, I'm not sure. Maybe, and if we can, then let's do that. Because if we're able to do that, then people want to watch their own thing. They're not going to go back and look through like the whole. That's what.
But maybe once you upload more.
Yeah, timestamps. Yeah. We're beginning to channel. Yeah. Woo!
It's also like a good thing if you have them separately, because if someone's like, I'd rather not have money like that on YouTube, like if they want their like focus service not to be like it's easier to take down
yeah, but at the same time, you can't really, yeah, especially like if you said like this will be live streamed, you are still like, I don't know. Because you can have
Because if someone
yeah. True, but at the same time, like this all has to be looked at with the angle that like if you're here, you are within like your intention to get more. So
but like more about like yeah, like life experience is different. Having I had that.
Our next competitor, Tommi, is now starting to bring his stuff down, and we'll start his prep time in just a moment. So if you're in need of something to drink or something to eat, you know where I'm going to tell you to go. You got some time still. But Tommi's bringing his stuff down, and we'll start his prep time in just a moment. And we'll welcome the judges down in just a bit.
Mute.
So we still have 3 more competitors today. We have Tommi coming up next. After him, we'll get to hear from Thea. And our final competitor of the day will be Owen. Woo, yeah. All right, so Tommi seems to have the final stuff. So we'll get him mic'd up quickly, and then we'll begin his prep time. So, with Tommi mic'd up, don't worry, it's not on yet. We won't turn it on yet. We'll turn it on once the actual competition time begins. But you will now have your 5 minutes of prep time, and it should start immediately. It should start immediately there. In 3, 2, 1. All right, 5 minutes of prep time, which also means 5 minutes for us to get our judges into place. For those who didn't know, Tommi actually competed last year, and he is our last year's winner. So one of his main prizes from last year was to come and compete again this year. He got more as well, he got more. But that was, I mean, one of the reasons we're very excited that he's here again.
Ei, pitää too much.
Eli sitten on laittaa aina pienet tilkat. Joo, se ei vähän jää.
Mä sitten ohjeistan, kun ne tulee alas, että maistaa ne tuollaisia. We have just over 2 minutes left of your prep time, but Tommy, you look like you're in a good spot. You look like you're ready. All right. Our judges will come down in just a moment, hopefully. Tommy, if you're good, do you mind if I ask you a few questions while we wait?
Yeah.
So you were last year's winner, and you represent your own roastery. Do you want to quickly just tell a little bit about your roastery?
Yeah, it's called Siemasuk, and we're expanding the view coffee. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. So,
based in Tampere, right?
Yeah, we're based in Tampere. We're collaborating with Grahn, so we're roasting at their space with Dietrich. Yeah, we're a really tiny one. And after that, that's my school project. So I'm getting my bachelor degree doing my coffee roasting project. So it's pretty nice.
Work and study, 2 in 1, saving time. Efficient, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very fun. Well then in November when we come to Tampere then for our fall meeting, hopefully we'll see you there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Either running for the board next year or trying to somehow be a little more active in CCF and upcoming events.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
30 more seconds, so hopefully the judges will be on their way. We'll pause the coffee between us, the judges are not here. There's no point in starting if we don't have judges for you to present to.
Yeah, we got we got this.
Prep time is officially over, so please don't touch anything until we begin. We do need a bell. He actually just got one because he did a running forest race, trail running, and one of the things they gave him was a bell. Anyways, here are our judges, so let's give a round of applause. Thank you, judges, and welcome back. Now, once again, you do have some water in front of you. It's the competitor's water, and we suggest you give it a try before we begin. It might be a little warm, but we did try to cool it down by swirling it a little bit. So just give it a try, make sure it's water, maybe slurp it to make sure it's not too hot. Should be fine, though. But if we are ready, I'll turn my mic off, and we'll turn Tommy's mic on. We have the clock here, and it should start immediately. So it's going to start in.
Let me get the music first. Sorry. Get my timer.
So 1, go.
I believe that no matter who you are, you deserve great coffee. And that's why I want to share with you one of the most rare and refined coffees that I have ever tasted. When it comes to the beauty of this coffee, I want to guide you through 5 main aspects that create its unique character. And first, we're going to look at the terroir. This coffee comes from Café Grahn La Esperanza, Las Margaritas Farm, in Caledonia, Valle de Cauca, Colombia. It is cultivated at 1700 meters above sea level, with conditions that balance warmth and cool nights. This environment builds up the vibrant structure in this coffee. The second point is variety. It is called CGLE17, what is a hybrid of Caturra and Geisha. It was developed at Café Grahn La Esperanza for more sustainable farming to combine the bright structure of Caturra and complex aromatic clarity of Geisha. This gives us both elegance and intensity in the final cup. Third point is processing, where the ripe hybrid Geisha cherries are harvested, pulped, and fermented for 18 hours in open tanks, followed by 24 hours of aerobic rest. After this, the coffee is dried mechanically at 38 degrees Celsius for 5 days, ensuring stability. This measured approach to fermentation and drying process enhances the mature fruit in the final cup. Fourth point is roasting, where all the aroma compounds are created. This coffee is roasted light using Lowry Nighthawk S7 with a roast profile of 9 minutes and 14% of development for the maximum transparency of flavors. This coffee is roasted 3 weeks ago now, so it is fully opened up to make it ideal time to brew it for you today. And my fifth and last point is brewing, what makes this coffee aftertaste so long and vibrant, and mouthfeel soft and silky. I'm using the dripper today that I designed myself for these kind of coffees. This has a wide flat bottom with 15 4mm holes in it, and it lets the water flow through faster to coffee bed, and we get more even extraction, and it brings us higher clarity of flavors and juicier finish. So it's time to brew the coffee, but I'll keep explaining as I do. And my recipe today is 30 grams of coffee to 480 mils of water. My coffee is about 98.7% of water, so it has a huge impact to it. And that's why I wanted to find a great recipe for water. And with total hardness of 120, an equal balance between magnesium and calcium brings us this complex vibrancy finish. At the kettle set to 93 degrees Celsius, we get the balance between acidity and sweetness. I'm dividing this brew across 4 pours, each starting just as the bed grinds dry. And with a grind size around 800 microns and total brew time just about 2 minutes, it gives us this complex and vibrant, juicy finish. Guys, one of my favorite things as a barista and roaster is creating an anticipation for the cup by sharing the flavor profile. So have a pen and be ready to write it down. The aroma will welcome you with an intense florals like honeysuckle and orange blossom, followed by a caramel and red cherry, lifted by the top note of green apple. The flavors are medium intensity, and when hot, you will find pomelo, buckthorn, green apple, and cranberry. When it cools down, we'll find this pomelo turns toward pink grapefruit, and this buckthorn turns toward pineapple. And we will add green grape and raspberry. Aftertaste is long and lingering, and medium intensity. Remind me of crisp white crepe when hot, and Riesling when cooled down. The acidity is medium plus in intensity, and citric and malic profile all the way through. And we'll find acidity of grapefruit, kumquat, and cranberry. Sweetness is medium in intensity, and we'll find sweetness of candied apple when hot, and tropical juice and cream crepe when cooled down. The mouthfeel is soft and silky when hot, and smooth and velvety when cooled down, and it's medium intensity. Mouthfeel reminds us of crisp green apple juice. Body is medium and juicy from hot to cold. Okay guys, now it's time to highlight this experience, and I would like you to please follow my instructions. And we're going to start by evaluating the aroma twice from the server that I'm going to hand it to you one by one. And please evaluate the aroma twice and swirl it 5 times before and in between of those. And when you're ready, please place it back on the table again, that I can serve it to the next one too. And here you go. Thank you. Here you go. Enjoy. Thank you. Here you go. Enjoy. Thank you. Now, to highlight this experience, I have chosen the mug on purpose. Its pink color will help guide you towards the extra sweetness, and the soft texture is going to enhance that smooth and velvety mouthfeel when cool. And that's why I want you to please drink directly from this cup from hot to cold. And don't forget to take the liquid in your mouth 5 times and think about those 5 attributes that makes this coffee so great. Now, I want to thank you on the behalf of the farmer, Rigoberto Herrera, and myself for this opportunity to share this amazing cup of coffee with you today. I truly believe in this coffee, that it is unique and exceptional. And I truly believe in the brew. And that's why I wanted to share this amazing, great cup of coffee with you today. And judges, don't forget that you deserve great coffee. This is my time.
Wow, amazing job, Tommi. Good job. Good last year. That's why you won last year. Amazing. So, coffee is on the judges' table. We're going to give them some time to give some tastes, write down their thoughts. You can already start cleaning up your table, and then we'll come back soon with our next competitor. Thank you so much. That was an amazing presentation. Let's give Tommi another round of applause. Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll clean up now, and then we'll be back in just a moment. You can take the mic off him. Thank you so much, judges, as well. When you're ready, you can move up to the judging area. And next up, we will have Grahn coming on stage, and I will tell you at exactly what time. But again, we have another small break in between. We got to give these judges enough time to actually go through all of the presentations with thought and judge accordingly. So we'll have Grahn coming up at 3:05. So 3:05, Thea, we will see you soon. Yep.
Oh, somebody commented on that. Yeah. Moving it all around.
Any idea where we're headed today?
I think it was in football team, right? I don't know. Out in the sticks.
Not here.
Oh, here it is. Look. Oh no, okay. What's today? 8. It's still out. It's not on 12, huh?
Oh.
Yeah. How don't you look? Yeah. I don't think I've been out for a proper ride since last month. What are you doing with your kid? deal with the Thanksgiving next week? What do we do?
Next week.
Week after. Yeah, tomorrow. That's the thing, like Thanksgiving is November, right?
Ours on October 23rd.
I was coming. It's in the calendar.
You are welcome to
Next
come.
Thursday.
I mean, should we do something?
We won't have food, but
Oh no, we have a concert that evening. Yeah.
We'll look after the dogs. It's fine. Okay, so it's Sunday, November
Yes,
23rd.
it's Sunday.
Okay.
Because we figured that some
I
people
keep
have
thinking- yeah.
off to actually be able to like make food. I'm gonna need
Yeah.
soon that.
Friendsgiving. Okay, that clears up my week actually nicely. Because it was looking pretty.
it would be really funny if people came to us then and we'll just be in a concert. You know,
No,
That is cool.
I just want to check because I mean I must have just put it on me. Anyways, plenty of time to look at that then. Got 4 minutes to do that.
Really want to look up there. I need water. I can drink any water. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'm gonna read it.
yeah, that's correct terminology.
What was I just doing? Calendar. Hello. Okay. Oh. How many plans next week then? Anything interesting happening?
Airbnb.
Yeah.
Could also be fun to have all weekend day because we're kind of ending our campaign.
Oh, really?
It could be fun to have a full day during the weekend.
That would be fun. I feel like that's a hard thing to find.
Especially with the one person. Evenings are easier because she can just figure out to be in the morning shift.
Yeah.
But like a weekend.
Yeah. So how is work for you? Good?
Ne on välillä vähän kiinnostavia.
Kuuluu ihan. Joo. Joo. Vähän vuotta, jos me kuulen tähän valtuun.
All right, so we have our next competitor on stage. We're going to begin Thea's prep time in just a moment. She'll have 5 minutes of prep time, and after that, we'll hopefully have our judges here ready, and then we'll start her actual presentation time. So, Thea, are you ready for your prep time? Wonderful. So, we're going to start that prep time. You can look at the clock here. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
So it just could be early, potentially.
Now, as Thea has her time to set up there, I just want to highlight again one more awesome event that's happening next week. It was not our own event, but it's one that we're helping welcome into. Next week starts Helsinki Coffee Week. Woo! We have a few people from Helsinki Coffee Week here present. They're wearing these wonderful t-shirts that say Roast Fest on them, which is also a new event that's coming to the Helsinki stage next weekend. So, if you're into coffee, if you want to explore a little bit about the Finnish coffee scene, next week is Helsinki Coffee Week. There's at least 20 different events happening all around Helsinki. Yeah, 20 plus events happening all around Helsinki in different cafes. You can find all about it on their website or on their Instagram, Helsinki Coffee Week. And yeah, Helsinki Coffee Week is ending with a big bang on Roast Fest, a new event to the Finnish coffee scene. So really, I do suggest checking it out. They have a lot of really incredible events starting next week, all super interesting. I'm looking forward to it, for sure.
And actually on Sunday as well, there is a lot, so it's not ending.
Oh, okay. All right, it keeps going. And the disloyalty cards as well are also 2 weeks, right? Yeah, so there's 1 week, one full 7 days of events happening all around Helsinki in different cafes and venues. But then there's this thing called a disloyalty card, which encourages you to not just go to one cafe, but kind of explore around and check that out. That's going for 2 weeks. So if you have any questions about that, look for people with a Roast Fest shirt, or just check it out online. Yeah. Way more coffee events. We need more coffee events. More reasons to get coffee people up on stage and talking. So we've got 2 more minutes of the prep time. Thea looks like she's in a good place, so maybe just use this time to just really... We'll have the judges come down in just a bit, but we'll still use these 2 minutes to just kind of relax and go into the next event. Yeah. Today's gone fast. We have Thea, and then afterwards we only have 1 more competitor. It's a quick day, actually.
It's like, what day? For you, maybe. You're like...
Okay, it feels quick because I'm just talking here.
Yeah, you're 12-hour barista shifts. Same one.
It's the same one. It's just a cute puppy, you know.
All right, 1 minute left, but we're good on the prep time. I don't think we maybe need the clock anymore, but hopefully the judges are then just about ready to start heading down. And if anyone else needs a burst of joy, look out the window. It's a puppy. Whee! So cute. Right? So cute.
The live stream is sorry.
I feel like we have like a puppy and coffee event. Yeah. I remember like puppy yoga, but like I don't need the yoga. Just the puppies. Doesn't need to be puppies. Yeah. It doesn't need to be puppies. We do the rescue dogs. I don't know.
Puppies optional.
Yeah. Just the dogs. Yeah. That'll be enough for me. Alright, crazy idea. We all go to Bosnia, where my dogs are from, and we drink coffee there. Yes. Yeah, why not? Alright, we have the prep time done. Now we're just waiting on the judges. Once we have the judges down here, we'll get started with Thea's presentation.
One minute.
Yeah, just plug into the room. It's right by the wall. Like when you go into the left on the floor.
All right, it seems like our judges are finishing up. So it's great, we can get on to the next one. Judges have a lot of work to do. It's a lot of things they have to consider. Tons of presentations, every presentation is super different. Every coffee is incredibly different. So give the judges a round of applause for all the work they're doing. And all the thought they're putting into every single
Thank you, judges.
of judging. So thank you guys so much. So with that, I'm gonna put my mic away and we're gonna start Thea's time and mic. If you want to look over here, the time will be here. And it's going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Can I get from you?
Uh-oh.
Okay, the microphone is on. Hello, judges. Today we are going to walk through how to reach the full potential of coffee using scientific approach and systematic thinking. I am Tia, a chemical engineering graduate with barista background. I'm currently doing masters in chemistry and food science. When I first tried specialty coffee, I thought, wow, how can coffee taste like this? And ever since, I've been trying to understand what happens during processing, roasting, and brewing. Today, I'm going to offer you the same wow effect I had. Let's start with my coffee. My coffee comes from Colombia, Huila, from El Diviso farm. The variety is called yellow papaya. It is grown in 1,770 meters above the sea level. The variety is rather new, and the cherries develop slow, which leads to higher density beans and therefore more sugars. The coffee is produced by Nestor Lasso, who is one of the fermentation pioneers in coffee. His coffee is processed with his signature fermentation, which has 4 stages. This leads us to the first theme of science, microbiology. The first step of processing is enzymatic pretreatment, where the coffee cherries are left for open air oxidation for 48 hours. This will increase the concentration of aromatic building blocks. The next step is anaerobic fermentation in seal tanks for 38 hours. In this phase, the microorganism and metabolism will create chemical compounds like esters and organic acids, which correspond to the floral and fruity notes we perceive in coffee. The third step is thermal shock. The temperature of cherries is rapidly increased up to 50 degrees of Celsius and then cooled down with using cold water. In this process, the cell structure of cherry will break down, which leads that the flavors are more available to absorb into the beans. When the coffee is cooled, it will stop the fermentation and also locks down the flavors in the beans. The last phase is long controlled drying. It lasts from 10 to 20 days and it decreases the risk of oxidations, so the cup will retain quality and flavors. I am using 25 grams of coffee, which is ground to around 700 microns. My water is 93 degrees of Celsius. The mineral content is about 100 ppm, equal part of magnesium and calcium. My brewing step includes 4 pours. First, I pour up to 80 grams of water. I'm using rather turbulent pouring style, which will lead to uniform end result, which almost reminds the combination of percolation and immersion. My brewing time is 45 seconds. Then I pour up to 180 grams. My third pour is up to 330 and the last one is 425. My brewing time is 3 minutes. I have chosen this server, which is called sensory server. This helps to perceive those delicate volatile aromas which otherwise would lose within the seconds after the brew. It also helps the coffee diffuse, meaning that there won't be layers and the coffee is mixed. When I started to develop this process, I wanted to create a recipe that is suitable for most of the coffee, changing only one variable, the temperature. I've been doing regression analysis for 9 months for using different drippers, coffees, and coffee parameters like water temperature and ratio. Before I start to describe my flavors, I want to share how I validated the aroma and flavor. In analytical chemistry, we use something called certified reference material, which is a standard which will ensure that our results are accurate. So I created my own sensory certified reference materials. So I was able to quantify how much and what volatiles and aromatics compounds I have. Please write down the aroma. You will find passion fruit, tangerine, and elderflower in high intensity. The flavor notes when hot. You will find passion fruit, white grapes, and pineapple. When cooled, you will find passion fruit, white grapes, and papaya. When coffee is rather cold, it changes rather elegant, and you will find white tea, elderflower, and passion fruit. The aftertaste is long with floral notes, with high intensity. The body or mouthfeel reminds you of juiciness, and the sweetness reminds you about lemon curd. Acidity, it is medium, intense with malic acids. It's organic acid you find from passion fruit and apples. I wanted to create an experience with taste like yellow. That is the color I associate the first memory I had when I tried specialty coffee. Perception is all about how you feel and taste. Even you can use science to understand what happens during brewing. It's your memories, your feelings, and other sensories which create the whole experience. Thank you for sharing this experiment with me. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And that's my time.
Amazing job, Thea. Let's give her one more round of applause, everybody. That was really good. No, you're not. You did it. So, you cleared your stuff. Judges, you have some moments you can sip the coffee, take a little bit, and then we'll send you back upstairs to do some chatting and evaluating the coffee. We still have one more competitor today, our final competitor, Owen. We have a little bit of time, as with every single time so far, a little time between to allow the judges to go through the previous presentation and really think about what kind of scores they want to give. So our schedule has been now updated, and we will have Owen down here. at 3:40, ready to go. So about 15-minute break now. See you soon, Owen.
Oh, I was gonna write Owen. Owen W.
Nope. It's Eoghan. Nice Peter.
Like you know, like sensor feedback when you do like a share, you know that it's
Yeah.
but the way that this gets because I think it's that because it's not just fast, like it's also side to side.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's just less of amazing, like not stressful. It's always good to have two.
Of the Oh yeah.
The thing is mystical power. Things break without anyone. Like the music just breaks without anyone.
Yeah.
Like you'll do like you put everything ready to do a sound check, and you wait for an hour, then the show starts, something happens.
Something out of battery.
Yeah, like everything's just like a then you're scrambled around getting like an extra mic somewhere.
I wonder how many backups they have
Nothing is more scary than being on a metal show and replacing the mic for the snare drum.
Oh yeah.
Right up in there, between them.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
A lot of kidding.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's on the framework. So the winner is the
Inja, oliko maanantai keikalla?
Olen. Joo.
Oliko se tiistaina välipäivä vai vetikö se
Vissiin.
Joo.
Se oli sunnuntaina ja sitten maanantaina.
Nyt olisi keskiviikko.
Joo. Mä olin muutama kaverille sen sunnuntaina, niin mä vähän näin spoilauksia, niin se piti.
Mä en kattonut sun storia sen takia.
Joo.
Ja mä luin se Hesarin kerrassa.
You must be the only campaign ever that exists. Like with your plan. Everybody. So you're yeah. Here we go.
All right, we'll have a few more minutes and then we'll have Owen down here ready to go for his prep time. Owen will receive 5 minutes of prep time before his then actual brew time. And by then, our judges will be down here ready. If you are just joining us, welcome. We have now the final competitor in today's FINNISH Brewers Championship. So, we have people here brewing coffee for judges. They're presenting their coffee, telling some stories about what they're doing, and introducing you to a little bit more of the specialty coffee side of things. So, if Owen, you want to start getting ready, we'll have you down here in 2 minutes ready to go for your prep time. All right, if I can get Owen down here, ready at the table, we'll start your prep time in just a moment. Give Owen a hand, yeah, come on already. The last competitor of the day. All right, before we get started your prep time, Eva here will mic you up. Don't worry, the mic will not be put on immediately, but you'll still be wearing it. If you are ready, Owen, we could start your prep time. So just look over here at this clock and this will be your time. So we're going to start it in 3, 2, 1, prep time begins. So because our schedule's been so tight, we have missed introductions from a few of our judges. So I'll take this 3.5 minutes just to tell you a little bit about them. So we got to talk to Solly a little bit in the beginning. Hopefully we'll get to talk to Sara and Omid a little bit later. But in the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about them. So we have Sara, who works currently for Slurp. She's involved in all the coffee tastings, training sessions, and focuses on making sure that offices have good coffee. That is her main goal. She started off her coffee career as a barista back in 2009, so I would say she knows what she's doing when it comes to coffee, having been in coffee for such a long time. But on top of that, she also has just hospitality experience for over 10 years. So being a judge, it's nice to have that coffee background, that hospitality background, so you know a little bit more about what's happening on stage as you're presenting, but it's also serving as if you were serving a customer as well. So that's Sana. You'll see her in just a second. She comes down. We also have Omid, and I will not say his last name again. I won't try. But Omid is representing Haimon Kahvipahtimo. He founded Haimon Kahvipahtimo in 2024, so quite a new roastery, quite new to the coffee scene. So that's pretty cool to see that we have some new faces, some new companies, some new roasteries. Finnish coffee scene is constantly developing, so it's awesome to have Omid here. And yeah, that's about what I'm going to tell you about the judges for now. They'll tell you more about themselves a little bit later. I'm sure they can explain themselves a little bit better than I can. We still have about 2 more minutes of Owen's prep time. Judges hopefully finishing up there, and then they'll be heading down soon. If these coffee competitions are curious, interesting, you want to know sort of what's happening here, I do suggest following us on Instagram. We are Coffee Competitions Finland, and we are a nonprofit that hosts many coffee competitions throughout the year. We have a BREWERS Championship today. We do a bunch of other ones that all kind of work on different elements of specialty coffee and being a barista or being a coffee professional. So definitely suggest checking us out. Instagram is where we are most active, but we also have our own website. Yes. We have about 1 more minute of prep time, and I do see that our judges are on the move a little bit, maybe slowly but surely making their way down. 30 seconds left of that prep time, but you seem to be pretty settled. You seem to be ready.
I hope so.
We hope so too. You're the last presenter of the day. So you've just been sitting and waiting and
Very, very anxious, waiting. Hello?
That's good. You're closing off the show.
Okay.
We're ending on you.
Yeah.
It'll be the last thing that everyone remembers.
I'm at the bang. Yeah.
No, it's good. It's no pressure. I mean, again, this is a coffee competition after all, but it's a Finnish BREWERS Championship. We're all here to learn a little bit more about coffee, learn a little bit more about the faces in coffee right now here in Finland, and be introduced to some new coffees and some new ways to brew them. All right, prep time is officially over, but we are going to wait for those judges to come back down. All right, so let's give our judges a round of applause. Here they come. It'll be the last presentation of the evening for a small break, and then we'll go to the prize ceremony. So with that, time for me to turn this mic off and us to turn your mic on and begin the presentation. If you want to look at the clock there, I'll count you down in 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, judges. Thank you for being with me today to taste some amazing coffee and to learn a little bit more about the Finnish coffee scene. My name is Owen. I'm from Ireland originally. That's why my name is spelled pretty weird. But I am today representing Kava Roastery as a barista and roaster. Today I'll be brewing a natural heirloom Ethiopian coffee from the Dogo washing station in East Fiji. I believe that this coffee is an excellent example of why a lot of people, I feel like, fell in love with specialty coffee. Today, I'm going to use the Hario switch as my brewer. So I'm just going to prepare the paper filter now. So this coffee was roasted by the one and only Michael Aikens of Coffee Roastery. So he has roasted the coffee in just over 10.5 minutes with a development percentage of 15% and an end temperature of 200 degrees. And we found that this was the best way to highlight the coffee's kind of natural inherent complexity. I'm going to take advantage of the switches feature to steep coffee to increase extraction and body, but also be able to brew the coffee in quite a short amount of time. So to begin the brew, I'm going to actually add water first with no coffee. I'm going to add 200 grams. I have 28 grams of coffee here. I'm going to add that, and I'm going to agitate the coffee very aggressively to make sure everything is soaked and extracted. So I'm going to let this steep for 45 seconds in total, which then I will break the crust that's formed similar to a French press. Just to make sure everything is extracting as evenly as possible. I'm going to wait another couple of seconds before opening the valve, and then I will add the remaining water for a total brew volume of 435 grams of water. I'm going to add this just in one big pour, very slowly and continuously, until I've reached my total brew weight. And then I'm going to give it one more gentle stir just to make sure everything draws down nice and evenly. The reason I chose this coffee was because of its creamy body. It has a lot of very nuanced berry notes, as well as those flavor characteristics that have become synonymous with Ethiopian coffees over the year, such as citrus and black tea. So this coffee actually comes from a very long line of coffee farmers in Ethiopia. It was first set up in the 1970s by Sharona Gata. He actually first began transporting coffee from neighboring farms to the now established washing station in Gerdogo. Since that time, his family have actually taken over the business and have reinvested into the local community, such as education, scholarships, and transport systems in the area. The coffee is an heirloom blend from 220 smallholders in the area of East Fuji, and I believe that because so much attention to detail has been put into the processing stage, the coffee had been dried on raised beds for 15 to 21 days, and it had been made sure to be removed of unripe cherries throughout those times to make sure that it was the cream of the crop. So I believe that that's what has helped increase the sweetness, body, and made this such a great example of coffee from Ethiopia. While the coffee is hot, the aroma will be similar to that of black tea and lime, and the taste should be similar to vanilla and Earl Grey tea. As the coffee sits and cools to a more warmer temperature, that aroma will transform into more of the fresh strawberry and vanilla, and the taste should also transform to include more sweetness in the form of strawberry jam, lemon, and more of that synonymous taste that we all think of in Ethiopia of black tea. When it cools down completely, there should be a taste of fresh lemonade and more floral characteristics should come through. I forgot to mention earlier, but I've provided a sample of the water I used. I decided to use water that has undergone reverse osmosis, as well as adding extra minerals to increase the nuance and complexity that is inherent in the coffee. So you can have a taste of the water if you wish. As I said in the beginning, it's great that you're here today to join us to taste some delicious coffees and see what's all about the Finnish coffee scene today. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed and have had a great time serving you. So thank you. That's my time.
Yes, well done, Owen. Last competitor of the day, you're done, you finished. That's it. Now it's the prize ceremony. So thank you so much. You can clean your station. Judges, as usual, sip the coffee, give it a good think, and then we'll have you move upstairs to the final session of judging for the day. We are going to have a very, very quick break, and we will be doing the prize ceremony at 4:30 latest. So take a little break. If you're thirsty, go grab something to drink. If you're hungry, go grab something to eat. We have a little break now. We're going to clean up the stage a little bit, and we will see you all very soon. Ceremony separately.
Well, it's gonna be a chocolate roastery. I bet.